Okay, so in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you can deploy a Next.js app on Dokploy. If you're looking for cheap hosting, then let me introduce Hostinger. Using their virtual private servers, you can host any website, whether that's a PHP, React, Next.js, or MERN-stack website, and using my link in the description below, or by adding question mark, referral code is equal to swebdev, then pressing enter, you can get a extra discount, as you can see here, on the prices that are available. And I've made a bunch of different tutorials on how to host your website online using Hostinger, because they not only give you different locations from where to host your website, they also give you all these applications that you can individually install to manage your hosting. Also different kinds of panels. The easiest one is Dokploy, in my opinion. And if you just want to manually do everything, then you can install any of these as well. But my personal recommendation would be Dokploy to easily just do this. So use the link in the description below to get a 20% discount. When you apply my code like this and choose one of the plans, you will see that you will get an extra 20% discount, okay? And a free domain for 1 year as well, included in this. Or if you want to lessen your plan, you can choose a lesser option as well to decrease the price, okay? And you'll still get a 20% discount, okay? It's also a great way to support the channel as well and put your first website online. Okay, now back to the video. So let's get started. So after you have purchased a VPS, I'm using Hostinger by the way, you will have Dokploy as an option. If you're using Hostinger, you go into your VPS and then you go into your OS panel option. The control panel setup option is also available when you're purchasing your VPS as well. And you'll have a operating system and panel type of option in the form below where the checkout is. So here you'll have an option like this when you go into your OS panel operating systems. Then go into control panel, and then you can choose Dokploy. The process is very simple. You just click this, click next. There will be an option to add a password. Whatever password you add, you can auto generate it or create one yourself. You just need to save that. That is very useful. Do not lose it. Save that. Okay. And then click next. It will set everything up in about 5 to 10 minutes. And then you can just click on manage panel. Okay, click that. There will be a form, by the way. The form there will basically be a sign up form to create your account on Dokploy, which is on your own VPS, by the way, not some other service. Just fill that in. Okay, just fill in all of the information and create the account, and then you'll be shown this. Okay, here what you're going to do now is go into projects, click create project, give this whatever name you want. Because this is a Next.js project, I'll just call it Next.js app, something like that. I'll click create, then do create service, and then I'll do application. Okay, you can give this whatever name you want. Okay, for example, you can give the name of whatever the website is. This is a very initial project, so I'll just say initial or something like that. Okay, because the app that I'm going to put here is not some like complicated app. It's like the basic Next.js installation. Okay, so let's create. Okay, and as you can see, this is not green, meaning that this has not started yet. So you're gonna click this. Okay, I already have GitHub connected. Actually gonna take this out first. And then you'll be shown this. Okay, your project is not set up, but we'll set this up later. For now, go into your project. Okay, here, what you're going to do is you're going to ask the AI to set up the Docker files for your project. I'm going to use Whisperflow for this to quickly create the prompt that I need. You can use whatever you want. It's up to you. But the link is in the description below if you want to check out Whisperflow. Create the Docker files for this project. This is a Next.js project, and set this up for Dokploy. Okay, wasn't like a question. So create the Docker files for this project, and this is a Next.js project, and set this up for Dokploy. Okay, so I'm just going to submit this, and it will do all of the work for me. So creating the Docker file, as you can see, it's added all of this. Okay, I'm not sure if Dokploy even needs this one, this part right here. So the reason why I say that, this is some kind of thing that it adds for, I believe, C++. So I'm just going to remove this because I don't really think it needs this. Other than that, this is setting up the directory, this is setting up package.json and putting things into that package.json. It's taking the package.json log file and putting that in this location, setting things up. Okay, setting the work directory. Okay, as base, adding all these, copying all of this, copying it, then telemetry, it's disabling that. Okay, you can add your environment variables here, by the way, if you want. And this is how you add any environment variables that you might have. Okay, npm run build is going to be added. You can then tell it to run npm run build, and then this is setting up the base again, working directory, setting up all of the environment variables. Oh, it's port 3000. You know what? We'll set this to port 4000 because the Dokploy app itself is running on port 3000. So it's creating checkpoints in a sense, IDs and creating unique IDs. Okay. Oh, here we go. Port 4000. And it's just running this. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to accept these changes. Docker compose.yaml file is also created. Next app, restart always. Oh yeah, need to reset this to port 4000. Yeah, everything else is fine. Okay, you can change the host name here. These are environment variables, by the way. Now it's asking me to run the npm run build command. I'm gonna run this to build this out. Accept this, and you can just save this and save this. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do is now put this online. So you can create a new repository. Okay, give this whatever name you want. To create a new repository, just log into your GitHub account, click this, do new repository. Okay, give this repository a name. Okay, keep it private or public. If this is just some project you're testing out, public is fine. But if this is something for your client, you need to keep it private. Okay, then you can add a README file if you want. You can add a gitignore file or even add a license. Okay, then click create repository. Next, come back into your project, and here you need to run the command git init. Now go to your project, copy this, paste this in. Now this git repository is connected to your project. Next, just run the simple commands. Run this again if you see a problem like this. Okay, now it's added all of those files. Next, run the command. This is basically just a small message that you add in to know what point you're in your GitHub repository when you uploaded these files. Okay, every time you put a new file or update a new file in your repository, you just basically add this to kind of add checkpoints in a sense. So this is done. Next is git push-u origin main. Okay, and make sure this is the same name as the branch you are in. I'll show you later what a branch is. Did I miss something? Oh, I need to specify the branch itself because this is a new initialization. I forgot. This is a new initialization, so you need to run this command first. Okay, so this links the branch with your repository. Okay, so this is done. Now your branch is linked. Okay, you can also see your branch here, by the way. Now you need to run that command git push-u origin main, and now it's uploaded everything, so it's done. Now you can just refresh this. You can see that your files have been added into your repository. Now go back into your Dokploy application. You'll see an option like this when you're in GitHub. Do settings, GitHub. If you have an organization that you want to connect to, then you use this. If you do not, then you just click create GitHub. Okay. After that, it will basically just ask you to connect to your GitHub account by logging in. Okay, I've already logged in, and it'll ask you to give your app a name. Give it whatever name you want. Click create GitHub app. Now it will collect your Dokploy. Okay, it's setting everything up. Now it's connected. It's telling you that action is required. Click this. This is your app that is connected. You can select all repositories or selected repositories. I'm going to do selected repositories. This Next.js website one is the one we created. So I'm going to select this. And then next, just click install and authorizing. Okay, now it's connected that with this. Click on projects, next app, initial, go into this. Now, as you can see, you have a lot of options, but first go down here, do Dockerfile and leave this as it is. If everything is in the main area, like the Docker ignore and the Docker file itself, all this is in the main area, okay, which it most of the time is. If it is not, if it is in some kind of folder, just use this to point to that folder, okay? But by default, it will go to the main area, okay? Click save. Now, connect to your GitHub account first, then connect the project itself, connect the branch, and then make sure to do on push, because every time you will update your files in your GitHub repository, it will update your project in Dokploy as well and redeploy it. Save. Now click deploy, firm. As this is running, go to domains. We're going to set up a domain here, okay? If you go into overview, okay, if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see this, okay? Host name is where you'll see a host name, okay, that is connected to your VPS, okay? You can use this as kind of like a test type of domain name to kind of test your project out. It comes free with your VPS for 1 year, I believe. Afterwards, you have to purchase a domain name. So just copy this. I'm not going to show you mine, but just copy this, go back to your app in the host area, paste that in, and then in the path, do slash, okay? The internal path, just leave it empty, go to the bottom, okay? Then here, you need to set the same port. Our port was 4000, that was in our Docker file. Let's go back here. As you can see, we have exposed it to port 4000, and you need to add this port everywhere as well. And you can even tell your AI to do that for you. Like for example here, 4000, 4000, okay? And your Docker file is 4000 here and 4000 here. Okay, so it needs to be 4000 here as well. You need to do this to add a SSL certificate. Do Let's Encrypt, click Create. Go to deployments. It's still running. After it's done, I'll come back and show you. Okay, so it's now done. We set up our domain, okay? And now if you just click this, as you can see, the app is running. We have our domain working and connect to this. And as you can see, it is a secure connection with a SSL certificate, okay? So I hope you like this tutorial. Like and subscribe to stay updated on the latest tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.